What's up, everybody? It's your boy. So I just got done watching the premiere episode of Supergirl. Well, CBS, you've jumped on the DC bandwagon, and for that, I applaud you. That's about all I can do. I mean, for what it is, um, it's not Arrow, it's not the Flash, it's definitely not no Constantine, which thank God it's not that. I want to say I would like to know who played Superman, because he made a cameo in the show as an arm. Kind of disappointing. It is nice to see Dean Cain playing the adopted father of Superman. That is kind of funny. He played a cameo as the adopted father of Superman and Supergirl. That I kind of found funny. I guess when all else fails, go to that role. I mean, it's kind of like you had a great career as Superman and Lois and Clark to taking steps backwards, it seems. I'm not saying that role is not important, but this is the first episode and you only cameoed. Like, you had a 2-bit role of just standing there. You didn't say not one word. You just stood there like a lump on a log, literally. The show had a lot of corny parts to it. I mean, a lot of corny ass parts. Like, there was more, like, for a grown ass woman, she was very indecisive. Sorry, that is, because it's so late when I'm doing this video, it's like going on 4 o'clock. Anyway, I want to say it's going on 4 o'clock. It might be, no, it's going on 3 o'clock. It's still late. Anyway, that was another problem I had with the show, is that she was very indecisive. They had to convince her time and time again to do this, while convincing her at the same time not to do this. I didn't like the fact that she had a sister. That bugged me. Like, I could understand having a friend you kind of hold as family, but saying that the Kent household had a daughter, and Jonathan and Martha, which I believe I'm saying that right. I could be saying that completely wrong, and that's because, like I said, I've never really been into the family of Superman. But if I got him right, hey. Anyway, I'm more into the Batman family, so, you know, Thomas and Martha Wayne. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I don't believe they ever had a kid. Isn't that why they adopted Superman? Because they couldn't have a kid? But in Supergirl, the television show, and I understand they are not at all related to the comic books, and they create their own universe. They had a daughter while they adopted Superman. They had a daughter, and then they bring in Supergirl, Kara, into the picture. Well, now they have the daughter works for an alien government program because of her history within growing up with aliens. So she's somehow, the fact that they know that the Kent household has aliens, it's like did this girl run around talking in Smallville about how her brother's an alien, how her sister's an alien? By the way, the show also completely skipped over the adolescence of this child, because it went from her talking about her home planet on Krypton, which we saw Krypton for like a good 10 minutes. It blew up. She went into the wormhole, or the, what do they call it? Like, I guess, the prison realm, for 20 plus years. She got knocked when the planet blew up because she had to go back and hug her mom one last time instead of doing what she was supposed to do. And when the planet blew up, it knocked her ship into the prison realm for 20 something years, and then she magically came out of the wormhole. And when she came out, it drug all those prisoners with her. However, those prisoners, when it drug them out, somehow like got incredible speed, and they landed there first, and they did whatever they did. And somehow this alien group, who monitor the aliens, like the Men in Black, I guess is what you would call them. No pun intended there. It's just the way they have this set up. It's kind of like they're the Men in Black, but they're, I guess, more discreet, only with an attitude, kind of a bitch attitude, if you ask me. Nobody's saying nothing, and like I said, I mean, all this is going on, and like, you're watching it going, and Superman's not doing a damn thing about this. And through the show you find out that there's like a secret organization set up that seems like the Legion of Doom in a little aspect way, because they have a round table and a guy and a girl, and you find out that it's the aunt of Supergirl, and you're just like, okay, I have no idea what the fuck's going on here. Why is it, and like, you want to be invested into it, but at the same time you're just like, why is this happening like this? And wouldn't Superman be more involved in his cousin's, development? Like, it seems like, okay, I know the show's called Supergirl, but in everything that I've ever seen with Supergirl, like, you had Apocalypse with Batman, Superman, and the whole thing with her involvement in that. Even at the end of that, he was like, here's my cousin, and you don't have to worry about her. She's just like me. She's here to help you. Don't do anything stupid to her, or I'm gonna have to beat your ass. And like I said, at the beginning of the show, he was there to welcome her with open arms, and he took her to the Kent household. You see what I'm saying? Kal-El did that. So why they didn't have him cameo more in the episode, I guess because they wanted to pander more to her. But it seems like there's this big, huge gap that they could do that, but they're afraid that, oh, it's going to take the focus off of who we want it to be on, when I don't think that's at all what's going to happen. And like I said, it could just be the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? I see things completely different, which are, just the way I see things. Okay, you can make a Batman and Superman book and have it be completely different, where I read Batman's part and that sticks out more to me. However, it could be mainly Superman, and the parts that stick out to me are Batman. And Batman's role in the book can be like that much, but this much sticks out to me. Meanwhile, Superman's part's that much. You see what I'm saying? But that's just me, okay? And like I was saying before about the whole, sister part, that part got on my nerves. And the only reason it got on my nerves is because the Kent family was never supposed to be able to have kids. And they kind of was just like Superman fans, bam. That's in your face. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they roll with that in any kind of fashion to where, they explain it in some type of way where it makes sense, then good. This is the pilot, after all. Then I applaud them for that. But right now, I'm just kind of like, I'm not believing that. I don't believe it. I don't think anybody does. The villain I wasn't really too excited about. They kept calling him like the Lizard Man. And I was like, Lizard Man, that's too Marvel for DC. There were parts in the show where I was convinced the actress playing Supergirl kept giving a look like, I don't want to go too offensive with what I'm saying, but it looked like she was trying to show a face to where she looked like she might have Down syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, I was like, the fuck is wrong with her? Is she trying to look confused or look like she's, like, got something wrong with her? And, I mean, she kept saying she wanted to, like, expose a secret to people, and I'm like, you are saying that completely wrong. You know what I mean? Like, coming out, and the guy was like, oh, so you're gay, and I'm like, see, you're saying this shit wrong. And, I mean, able to poke fun at her, and, then you had Jimmy James, or whatever his name is, from Superman's world coming to Supergirl's world to watch after her, and he didn't say anything until the end of the episode. I'm just like, are you serious, man? No. No, I'm not buying it. But overall, the episode was okay. It just had a lot of corny cliches, and I think that's probably more or less along the lines of the network's fault, not DC's. And if you caught Constantine on NBC, you can follow me along on why I say that's the network's fault, not DC's. And again, that might actually be DC's fault because, like I said, I have never followed Super anything. I'm not a Supergirl fan. I'm not a Superman fan. I've always been a Batman person, or, I'm more into Batman, more into the, Bat family, Nightwing, Robins, anything relating to the Batman. So, when Superman and Batman get together, then I pay attention. Anytime Batman gets teamed up with anybody, that's when I pay attention. But if it's not anything to do with that, I don't pay any attention. But like I said, Constantine was on NBC, and there was a lot of corny shit involved, and I think that's why I got canceled. Arrow, I'm a fan of because, like Batman, it's got nothing to do with powers. The guy's just really good with a bow and arrow, and I can get behind that. So, but there's not any corny stuff, and I think that's because it's on CW, and CW is not like, you got to make the show corny at points. You have Felicity, who's just funny and ditzy as hell, so you can buy that. The rest of the team's serious as fuck, and then you got Felicity, who's just like, oh, hey, and then all of a sudden you're just like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? But that's one character. Then you have a show like Supergirl, and a show like Constantine, and like 5 characters are fucking retarded. And you're just like, what? And then you realize these are on different networks. And I think it's the network doing it, not the show. See what I'm saying? Anyway, that's all I can talk about right now. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. I'll see y'all next video. This has been my opinion on Supergirl and the pilot episode. Next week, I'm gonna talk more about Supergirl. I'm gonna check out episode 2, hopefully. Hopefully I don't give up on Supergirl before it gets any better, because, that would just be dumb. Anyway, I gotta go check out Gotham if they've updated on Hulu, and I'll talk to y'all about Gotham here in a little bit, pimpin'. Deuces.